Good day, everyone. This is Melody Peace and from Group 1, and we are going to report the nature of unity of life. The nature and unity of life. We will be focusing on the understanding how life evolved and interconnects. Let's start our discussion by understanding the big idea behind the nature and unity of life. Life is very diverse, from the tiniest bacteria to the largest mammals. But despite these differences, all living things are connected by similar biological processes. Scientists continue to study how life began, how it evolved through time, and how it keeps adapting to different environments. By learning about these connections, we can better understand how living things, including humans, interact with one another and with the world around us. This is what makes life both fascinating and unified. Everything is linked together in one great web of existence. And here are my members to explain to you each topic.
The evolving concept of life early beliefs lies come from spontaneous generation. Modern discovery shows life comes only from existing life. Louis Pasteur experiment, discovery of cells, DNA, and genetics revolutionized our view of life. Life is based on biological process that allow growth, reproduction, and adaptation. Early belief, the text indicates that early belief centers on the idea of spontaneous generation, where life could arise from non-living matter, the shift to modern understanding. This early belief is proven by Louis Pasteur experiment, which demonstrated that life comes from existing life. Revolutionary discoveries, the discovery of cells, DNA, and genetics further advanced our understanding of life. Modern concept. The modern view defines life as being based on biometrical process that facilitate growth, reproduction, and adaptation. These processes are underpinned by the genetics instruction found in DNA.
Evidence of life's evolution. Fossil records take gradual changes in organisms. Comparative anatomy reveals similarities among species. DNA analysis proves shared ancestry among all organisms. Molecular biology connects living things through common genetic codes.
This is Michelle Chokson, and my topic is all about unifying themes in biology. Unifying themes in biology are broad concepts that connect and explain the diversity and complexity of life. They help us understand how different biological processes and organisms relate to each other under common principles. These themes provide a framework for studying biology by highlighting patterns and relationships across all living things. Key unifying themes include: first, we have structure and function. Structure and functions is every part of an organism has a specific shape or structure that helps it perform a particular job or function. For example, the shape of bird's wings helps it fly, and the structure of roots helps plant absorb water. Second, we have evolution. Evolution is a life changes or over long periods through processes like adaptation and natural selection. Organisms with traits better suited to their environment are more likely to survive or reproduce, passing those traits on. Third, we have ecosystems. Ecosystems are communities where living things like plants, animals, microbes interact with non-living things like water, air, and soil. This interaction creates balanced systems that supports life like forests, oceans, and deserts. 4. We have interdependence. All living things depend on one another to survive. For example, animals may rely on plants for food, while plants depend on animals for pollination or seed dispersal.
Good morning, everyone. This is Ronaldin Studio, and today I will present all of you the connection among living things. Life on Earth functions as an interconnected system where all organisms share basic biological traits, metabolism, growth, and reproduction, showing their unity through common principle. Ecosystems rely on two main processes: the one-way flow of energy from the sun through producer and consumer, and the continuous cycling of nutrients through organism and the environment. Species interactions such as symbiosis, competition, and predation shape community structure and evolution, ensuring that no organism exists alone. Ecosystem stability depends on each species' role, especially keystone species and ecosystem engineers that maintain balance and biodiversity. When these roles are disturbed, ecosystem can collapse. Ultimately, the biosphere is a dynamic, self-regulating web of life where every organism contributes to the planet balance and continuity.
Now, let's move on to how living things interact with their environment. Every organism adapts to its surroundings in order to survive, whether it's an animal finding food, a plant adjusting to sunlight, or humans creating technology to live comfortably. But we must also remember that our actions affect the natural balance of ecosystems. Pollution, deforestation, and climate change can harm other living organisms and even ourselves. That's why protecting biodiversity, the variety of life on Earth, is very important. When we care for the environment, we help ensure the continuity of life for future generations. In summarization, everything we've discussed, the concept of life has evolved greatly because of scientific discoveries. From ancient beliefs to modern biology, we've learned that life is connected through shared structures and processes. The unifying themes in biology, such as evolution, structure and function, and interdependence, explain how all living things are related. Studying these themes gives us a deeper understanding of both the unity and diversity of life. In short, even though living organisms look different, we are all part of the interconnected system. And in conclusion, life is truly a continuous interconnected web. Every organism, from the smallest microbe to the largest animal, including humans, has an important role in maintaining balance of Earth. Through science, we've learned not only how life evolved, but also how deeply connected we are to each other and to nature. As responsible individuals, it's our duty to preserve and appreciate this unity of life. Let's remember that protecting one part of nature means protecting all of life, because everything is connected. Thank you, and we hope that you learned a lot from us.